Hi there. I wanted to make a new video, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to say yet, but I'm in transition with my Filofaxes, so I wanted to kind of document that. I've been using my Pocket Chameleon in Aqua, and I decided that I wanted to have my daughter's Girl Scouts, homeschooling, as well as my own planning in the same book. So I took out my day on a page diary pages, and I'm going to turn this into just a wallet. I took out all my cards. I had a separate book by Rolodex where I kept all of my cards in a business card organizer, and I just shoved them all in here because I'm waiting for Filofax to get in the card holders. It's like 1, 2 on one side and then 3, 4 on the other side. And then I'm going to leave everything else in here. All I have is the phone numbers and little things, and so I'm not sure how that's going to turn out. Once it's completely a wallet, maybe I'll make another video. I still love my Pocket, but it's really small, which is great because I can hold it in one hand and flip around and look up something, but I can't, it's hard to write on the pages, even though they're just one day per page. So I never told anybody, at least not on YouTube, that I got a Cuban ink, A5, and I filled it up with everything for like a troop leader and to do Girl Scouts. And I picked the ink or navy blue color because that's the adult uniform color, and I thought it would be nice matching, and I've really been into navy lately. But now I'm in transition because I really want a Malden, because the ring size will be larger than this. This is kind of thin. I think the ring size is more like the Domino, which is what I have under here. I ordered both of these at the same time, the Domino and the Cuban ink, and I got, this had just regular kind of inserts in it, missing the diary pages because it's older, and this had the Family Organizer pack in it. So the Family Organizer pack really works well with a lot of like troop and Girl Scout activities. So I made the whole troop organizer and put it in this one. But now that I want that Malden, I can't afford it, so I think I'm going to try to sell my my ink. So I just put back most of the Family Organizer that I hadn't used, and minus the diary pages, and I have some extras and some, divider tabs, some colored pages, 2 sets of A to Z divider tabs, things like that. This binder is really nice. I'm not sure how to sell it. I want to get like, I don't know, $50 for this. I hate selling things, so I don't want to put it on eBay, but I might. Because it's kind of, I can't just like put a sign up because a lot of people like don't know about Filofax. So I'm going to show you how I did when I designed this one for as a troop leader. I'm going to show you that, and I've stopped leading a troop. We're still really involved in Girl Scouts though, and homeschooling. We do retired badges for homeschooling. So I'm going to show you how it's set up right now, and it is in transition. So this is all, I'm just kind of shoved things in. This is still from my Pocket, my project management. I write my projects down on like a sticky. That way I can change it out when project's done. I take it out and throw it away, and I can get that. I got that little notebook at Girl Scout convention. I've got my tasks that haven't gotten scheduled on here, and I covered it with a piece of paper because they're so old. I've been resticking them so much on fly leaves and papers and stuff and not doing them that they're losing their sticky. They're kind of folded up because I've been peeling them up so much. So I put a piece of paper because they were catching on that. So fly leaf, I covered divider tabs with things. I just stuck when I got the Cuban, it didn't have a registration, so I used my daughter's Metropole one and made it for that. So I guess this now goes for the Cuban, so I guess I just stick that over there. Because if I sell it, I guess that's what it'll go to. I had an old planner where I was doing the Martha Stewart binder thing, and I had this stuck in it. It's like a yearly, so 2013 and 2014. So I stuck that in here because my pocket doesn't fit, and I thought that's nice. I don't have to buy the 2014. So first, I want to say, when I first made this for Girl Scouts, this tab said meetings. Then we have badges, members, treasury, events. And then the last tab is not labeled, but it was going to be like songs and, materials. So I thought this was great because, so on the family pages, it has my plans, morning, midday, evening, and then family, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, and then meals, and then memories. So I thought this would really be great. I could use this whole thing to plan, troop meetings and events and things. And I could do things I needed to do, like call this member, take this training, submit this form, buy this supply, go to the bank and deposit the dues, whatever, up here. And then for actual meetings, like our meetings were on Thursdays for a while, then I would have put, opening, activity, snack, something else, then the closing down here to plan out my meeting agenda on here. I could even, use the whole thing because we'd only have one meeting a week. I could mark it off and then just have my weekly tasks up here and then put I could do it lots of different ways. With washi or with markers, I could mark it off as a grid and use it a lot of different ways. So now that we're not doing the troop thing at the moment, I rewrote some of my daughter's homeschooling stuff. So I'll have my calendar up here, and then I have her math, history, English, science, badge work, write all those things in there. And it's hard because I want the day on the page, but the 2013 they don't have on Filofax, on eBay, on Amazon. I can't find it. I think that would be easier than this because I can't fit my stuff in here. So I'm going to have, I have a daily schedule. That's what I do every day just to keep my work and my, personal maintenance handled. And then I'll have, if I have an appointment at 2, I can write that in. And then on my little tab, I made one for Sunday, but I'm going to remake these so that they're nicer. So then I made a tab for badges, and it's a pocket. And I have this little thing because we use the retired badges as I'll show you the book. This book as unit studies, because those are the retired badges. And this is just kind of what I wrote out, how to look at the activities and either add new things to make up these, most if not all of these categories. So you can just kind of look at it and see how I'm doing that. Like writing, you might look up related novel, magazines, newspapers, textual websites. So that's just kind of a planning sheet. And then, so that's a journey book. And then I cut out in the back, I didn't cut up the whole book. See, there's the badges and the actual information. But in the back, there was the section where it just had all of these listed out where you could keep notes. And so I cut them all out, and I wrote the name of it next to it, and then I'll write the 1 through 5 steps that will take to earn the badge that are specific to, where we live, the activities we have available, the things that we want to do to try to meet some of those unit study requirements, self-imposed requirements, things that my daughter wants to, do to earn that badge, because she has control over, what she wants to do to earn it. And, so I just they're random, and I just stuck them in there. So I've got all these pages, this amount of badges will last us for at least until the end of next school year. So, a year and a half left. She's actually done about, a fifth or a sixth or an eighth of these. I don't know. So the ones that she's already done, we will, like she did this one, and I'll write in what she actually did because I have notes in that book. If I was, when I first had this set up for just the troop, I had only the new badges, and I had one per page, so I could have all these notes pertaining to what we were going to do to earn the badge. And then there's the one for the next page. So then when we stopped doing that, I thought, okay, let me just, really fill this up with badges. So then the next section is members. And I don't want to show anything. Here, let me turn it up so I can... Okay, I'll show you this one. So at the top of these, their front and back addresses, I was putting like the troop number because we're involved with several different troops. I was putting the troop number and then all the members of that troop. I was listing, our council and then all the people that we deal with at council, or, national or other resources, and then community resources. I started putting, like the zoo, the science place, the Japanese garden, scrap, the library, the big bookstore, and then I'll fill that in with, community resources that work. So this is by subject, not by alphabetical. And then the treasury, I made this, another little pocket there, to do the troop bank account, which we're going out of now. I'm not sure how we'll handle her finances as a Juliet or an independent Girl Scout, but I did make this when I was still leading the troop. So it has the finance pages, and then I had this pocket. I just put dues where I could. It'd be better if it was a zip pocket, but I didn't have one where I could just shove all the girls' money in as they hand it to me. If we're going to lead an event, I can put the checks and funds that come in for the event in a pocket like that. And then this says events. So I put in a little card that came in the mail that tells about, our online program guide. It's a little reference. So I'm using the family pages. There's shopping list, travel itinerary, so if the event is to go to a world center or another council in another state or a convention, something like that. Party time. These work great for Girl Scout events. So, it's not going to focus really. So it says occasion, date, budget, time, location, guests. That might be like the type of, service units we're going to invite or the type of people we want to make sure to tell about it. Menu, drinks, decorations, to do, other details. So I've got some of those. And then birthdays and anniversaries. I thought this would be good because it has January, February, and there's a section for each month. There's September, October. And so we would have, thinking days on February 22nd, Juliet Gordon-Lowe's birthdays on October 31st, things like that, as well as yearly, like cookie sale begins in January, fall product sale is in October, things like that. Then I have some business cards that, I have one from somebody in National that I met, the local newspaper, another local newspaper, a contact with Boy Scouts, not very helpful, and the superintendent that I was trying to work with to get, Girl Scouts more involved in after-school programs. And then this section, I just made this tab, so cute, it has the Solving Dilemmas papers from the family kit, and then songs section. I'm just listing out the songs here, traditional songs, campfire songs. I just started, so that's why there's only a couple songs, because believe me, this will be full. I love songs. And then I'm going to, write them out in here, or I'm going to print them out and put them in. And then in the back, I just have a pocket, and then the notepad is sticking there. This is the one from Michael's that went with those binders. It's like a 3-ring binder, the same size as, it's this size, and it's also that Martha Stewart binder size, and I just had to re-hole punch it a little bit to make it fit. So that's, basically how I set it up for homeschooling and for Girl Scouts, some ideas for how you might set it up as a troop leader, and things like that. So I hope you like it. I'm already at 16 minutes, so hopefully I can get the video done without having to do it over again to get under 15 minutes. Okay, bye.